here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. We'll see if this works. We'll see if this ends up being really stupid or if you guys really like it, because I can never tell. So it's kind of trivia, kind of like an intuition test game, and kind of just relaxing so you fall asleep. But I don't know if you guys ever play the alphabet game. My family always plays it on long car rides, and it's basically where you pick a category and then you have to go around and everybody has to say something in that category that starts with each letter of the alphabet. So like I would say something in the category that starts with A, and like it would continue around. Yeah, I also play it in my head when I'm trying to fall asleep. Like I'll lay there and try and think of all the cities I can think of that start with A and then B, and it really helps take my mind off of whatever else I'm thinking about. So I kind of got inspired to do this. Also inspired by the 15-hour car ride I just had to move because I moved, and yeah, so I thought this would be fun. But the way I'm going to do it is we're going to have a category and we're going to go by each letter of the alphabet, and you're going to have to think of something in the category that starts with each letter, and then I am going to say something in the category that starts with that letter. And so you get a point if you can think of something in the category that starts with that letter, and you get 2 points if you think of the same thing that I do. Okay? So it's kind of like trivia, it's kind of like intuition test. You gotta try and think of what I'm thinking of, but bottom line is you gotta think of something. Does that make sense? Let's get started and you'll see. So we are going to start with cities. I know a lot of you like geography, and this is always the category I do with my family, so let's get started. Alright, so I want you to think of a city that starts with A. I am thinking of one. See if you can say the same one that I am thinking of. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Amsterdam. Did you get one? Did you get the same one as me? Alright, how about B? Think of a city that starts with the letter B. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Boston. I'm thinking of Boston, which coincidentally is where I just moved from. I can finally tell you that I had been living in Boston for the past 2 years, like most of the time that I've had this channel. But I do not live there anymore, nor do I plan on really going back, so I have no problem with telling you that that's where I lived. Alright, letter C. Think of a city that starts with C. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Cairo. Cairo in Egypt. What were you thinking of? Letter D. A city that starts with D. D, D. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Dublin. I'm thinking of Dublin, Ireland. How about E? Which city starts with E that you can think of? E, E, E. Might be a little harder. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Edinburgh. I'm thinking of Edinburgh, Scotland. How about letter F? Letter F. What is a city that starts with F? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Frankfurt. Frankfurt, Germany. Letter G. Letter G. City that starts with G. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Glasgow. Thinking of Glasgow. Glasgow. Letter H. Letter H. What is a city that starts with H? You have 5, 4, Istanbul. Istanbul, Turkey. Letter J. Letter J. What city starts with J? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Jakarta. Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. Letter K. Which city starts with K? K, K. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Kyiv. Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. What about L? Which city starts with L? L, L. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of London. London is the city that I'm thinking of. Letter M. Letter M. Which city starts with M? 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Madrid. Madrid, the capital of Spain. A lot of these have been capitals. How about the letter N? Letter N. Which city? Which city am I thinking of? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of New York City. New York City. Letter O. O, O, O. Which city starts with the letter O? 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of Oslo. Oslo, the capital of Norway. How about the letter P? Letter P. Letter P. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Perth. Perth, Australia. I had trouble with P. Couldn't think of that many P's, but Perth, Perth, Perth. Letter Q. is the final one. Z, if you're, yeah, Z or Z. Which city can you think of? Which city might I be thinking of? If you know me, maybe you know which one I'm thinking of. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of Zurich. Zurich, Switzerland. If you know me, because half of my family lives in Zurich, so. Okay. So the maximum number of points that you can have right now is 52, but I know for a fact no one thought of the same cities that I did. But maybe you got 26, maybe you got one for each, but we are going to move on to a different category, and we are going to do fruits and vegetables. So now you have to think of a fruit or a vegetable that starts with each letter. Are you ready? Letter A. What fruit or vegetable starts with A? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of an apple. Were you thinking of an apple? Letter B. Fruit or vegetable? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a banana. Banana, banana. Letter C. Which fruit or vegetable starts with C? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a cucumber. Letter D. Letter D. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a date. A date. There aren't many. How about letter E? There also aren't many. I had to look this one up, but 5 for letter E. 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of endive. Endive. Letter F. Can you think of a fruit or vegetable starting with F? F, F. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a fig. Figs. Figs. How about letter G? Fruit or vegetable that starts with G. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of grapes. Were you thinking of grapes? Letter H. Letter H. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of honeydew. Honeydew. Letter I. This one is hard, and the only one I could find is like a type of something else. So think of a type of something else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce. There weren't any others. Letter J. Fruit or vegetable starting with J. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of jackfruit. Jackfruit. How about the letter K? Letter K. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of kiwi. Kiwi. How about the letter L? Which fruit or vegetable starts with L? L. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a lemon. A lemon. Letter M. Letter M. Fruit or vegetable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of a mango, which is my favorite fruit. Yeah. is hard. The only one I could find is something that I'd like not even heard of, so good luck, but maybe you'll, I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of quince. Quince. It's a thing. Letter R. Letter R. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a radish. I'm thinking of a radish. Letter S. Fruit or vegetable that starts with S. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of a strawberry. A strawberry. Letter T. What fruit or vegetable starts with T? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a tomato. A tomato. Letter U. U is hard, and again, it's one I had not heard of, but maybe it'll be interesting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of ugly. It's called ugly, but it has an I instead of a Y. I think it's like a Jamaican fruit or something. Some sort of Caribbean fruit. It's called ugly. Letter V. Letter V. I'm thinking of something that you might not think of as a fruit or vegetable, but it is definitely a common thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of vanilla. Apparently vanilla is a fruit. Letter W. We're almost done with our fruits and vegetables. Letter W. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of watermelon. Watermelon. Letter X. There are literally none. None. So don't worry about X. You get the 2 points for X. Yeah, there were a few that were like so obscure or were like variations of something else. I don't know, but don't worry about it. Okay, letter Y. Fruit or vegetable starting with Y. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a yam. Thinking of yams. And letter Z or Z is the last one. What fruit or vegetable am I thinking of? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of zucchini. Were you thinking of zucchini? Alright, we're gonna do our last category, and it is going to be animals. These are the 3 categories my family and I always do, so yeah, I'm like a pro at these categories, but let's do animals, and let's start with A. Think of an animal that starts with A. Which one? Which one might I be thinking of? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of an alligator. Letter B. Letter B. What animal am I thinking of? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a bear. Regular old bear. Letter C. Letter C. Which animal? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a cheetah. A cheetah. Letter D. Letter D. Can you think of an animal starting with D? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking Sometimes it's easier to think of like obscure ones than to think of simple ones. So, curious if you guys have gotten these. Letter I is your next one. Not too many animals that start with I, but there are a couple. What am I thinking of? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of an iguana. An iguana. Letter J. Letter J. Which animal? You have 5. any of you have ever heard of that, but it is a translucent fish, which is sick. So, alright, letter Y. Should be slightly easier, I don't know. Letter Y, letter Y. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a yak. A yak. And letter Z or Z is our last one. Which animal am I thinking of? I would guess I bet money that we're thinking of the same one. If there are any answers that we got the same, I think it might be this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am thinking of a zebra. I'm thinking of a zebra. Is that what you were thinking of? Let me know. Alright, so your max number of points for today would be 156. That is the maximum number of points that you could have gotten today. If anyone got over like 80, if anyone got over 80, I'd be really impressed. So let me know. But yeah, this was really fun. I don't know if you guys liked it. Maybe it was stupid, but I know you guys liked the intuition test, and then this is like trivia, but it's also just relaxing. So hopefully it relaxed you,